What's good, Divine Beings? It's Emperor Starseed back with another video, and I'm coming with a channel message of that you are a cosmic being. You may resonate with being a starseed, and you are in your Kundalini energy, dealing with your chakras aligning, stepping into your divine feminine energy. You may have been letting things go, nurturing yourself, healing your inner child, knowing when things aren't worth your energy of giving, setting your boundaries, not doing things just because you feel like it's an obsession, throat chakra, really been clearing my throat chakra. But it's like you feel like it's accepted of you, and you just healing that version of yourself that doesn't need validation and doesn't have to live or look like anyone else or what you've been conditioned with growing up, one on the timer. You may have been feeling the urge of just like boredom or things repeating 1, 2, 3 on the timer. And it could get like that. It goes all back to just it's winter, the hibernating season. You really are shedding, and it is all new. You don't have to have everything figured out, because this is all still new to me. My awakening, this journey coming into spirituality. I'm like finna be, I guess you could say, 4 years strong. I really felt something at the age of 19, but when I became 20, going into 21, I really started to take this path more serious in remembering and just being awakened to my awakening. And it's like, just 222 on the time of being aware of who and what I am and what I know and my purpose here. And I just keep hearing inspiration, like you are the inspiration. And I'm hearing it's okay to not be inspired sometimes. It's okay to rest, to feel like you don't want to do certain things. It just goes back to that repeating and boredom. Some of you may get income from doing content and certain things and feel like you got to be consistent, persistent, which is true, and by all means, each his own, do you. But your soul and vessel is gonna let you know what it needs and what it wants. 3, 2, 1 on the timer. And I'm just hearing, let yourself be vulnerable. And that also goes along with me. I'm doing all this content 333 and I don't make income from it. I don't work a 9 to 5. Don't resonate with it. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm starting my own business. May not get as much clientele, but I keep going, and I can feel the wind picking up, and I know this is something that needs to be heard and said, because a lot of you always just want to show the good. Let the good be known and said, and I know it's because of judgment, fear of people having something over you, this and that to say about you, but it's like people gonna talk, people gonna speak, and it's like it's your journey, it's your own experience to live. And I feel like when you get out of that energy, it just makes it even more easier to express yourself and be transparent. And by the grace of my spirits, God, Source, Luna, the universe, I'm very appreciative of the primary needs that I have and that are met, material-wise, physical, spiritual, and emotional. They want me to speak on a lot of things that I don't even, but see, it just goes back to giving it all truthfully. Like, you may have people around that you've let go, that you don't necessarily align with or resonate with, don't care for. You may be in a situation to where you're with someone, a living situation, and you can't control who comes around you, this and that, and people come around with low vibration. You know, you can feel the energies. You tap into the subconscious and consciousness and just know. But I'm just hearing it's okay to get angry. It's okay to get irritated, because your soul knows what it wants. Your soul knows what it wants to be around. You pick up on the weird vibes. You pick up on the projection 555. And it just goes to show that you really will receive better. I know you can get tired of waiting and being patient, but it will be worth it. And no one can take that away from you. And I'm just hearing that no amount of money or material things can determine your value or worth. You already have that within your soul, your pureness. It just goes back to that Kundalini energy. I was channeling it that way this morning, and I wanted to give a message, but I was hesitant on it because I just didn't feel like it, I'll be honest. And I also want to speak on, I was writing something down, and I was in the classroom. I don't even speak on my dreams like this for 654. Maybe a reason you make it resonate. I was in the classroom, you know, and had certain beings around that I went to school with, and I wrote down Black Widow plaque. Black Widow plaque. And the way I interpreted it was, you're gonna be nominated for something. You may win an award for something. And I looked up the meaning for that, literally put it just like that, and it gave healing the shadow self, you know, letting those parts of yourself that you feel shouldn't be shown and be heard. And as I'm saying this, I am literally acknowledging that I'm doing this right now in this channel message. That's wild. I guess this channel message is, don't be afraid. I was gonna say ashamed and afraid, and it just came out together. It'd be moments like that where you feel like you mess up on your words, this and that, and you feel like you gotta cut things out that you know aren't considered perfect to the naked eye, but like those be the authentic moments that need to be seen. But what I was gonna say is, don't be afraid or ashamed or guilty of sharing your transparent self in moments in life, especially if you feel like it could help someone, and especially if you feeling that call, that urge to. Because like I said, I wasn't even gonna post, and then I just got inspired just looking at Gaia, looking out my bedroom window, to just come give this message, watching the sunset. It'd be moments like this that just give me life and let me remember my purpose for doing it all. And I hope this video can help someone. 906, I'm balanced, I'm aligned. I just get here, you will experience your desires. I have a lot of trees around me. I communicate with nature. They all have names. And I'm just looking at the trees that I named desires. And you will experience them. You will come face to face. And then, oh wow, there's some deers over there as well. Like, that's just confirmation. Life's gonna brighten up for you. You're gonna experience fun. You're gonna be around authentic beings. You're gonna be able to prance, dance, sing, and actually feel it. You're gonna love all your rawness, your shyness, your quietness. Everything is gonna be illuminated. You may not like negative energy. You may not like confrontation. You stand up for yourself when you need to be, but you just are someone that doesn't care to exchange energies with beings that don't even matter. You don't like to give out your energy. You like to protect your energy, and that's beautiful. Keep setting those boundaries. It takes a lot. It takes a lot to be that strong in your emotional intelligence and in your soul. All your spirit guides are happy. And I'm just getting so many confirmations. You may hear ticks, clicks, noises that others don't hear, see things that others don't see. And I'm hearing companionship and confirmation. I just heard that horn, like you're gonna receive some type of company. I'm gonna leave a message there.